Hi everyone, it's Melissa back again from the Devil's Workshop. Today I'm going to be discussing a technique that we use at the workshop called photo etching, and this is from our metal printmaking class, which is one of my favorites because we get to put texture on metal. So this is an example of what we'll be doing. This is a photo etched piece of copper, and what I did was I printed on a special paper called P&P, and then applied that P&P with heat to end up with an impression that I then put onto my metal using heat and etched in a solution of acid. So I'm going to be showing you how to do this. Just a couple quick reminders for safety. You want to make sure that you're doing this in a well-ventilated area. You want to make sure that you're wearing safety glasses when you're dealing with the acids, and gloves as well. And then you also want to make sure if you need to wear a mask. So yeah, just those few things. Also, always safe to tie your hair back. This isn't really the kind of thing that your hair can get caught up in, but you may as well get into the habit of doing it. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what I do to achieve this press and peel photo etching. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is sand the surface of this metal, and I've cut out a piece that's larger than what I actually want to cut out of this, because I can always cut more material away, but I can't add more material later on. So you're going to leave kind of an edge around the area that you want to etch. Around 1 millimeter or 2, or a little more if you want. If you're using silver, maybe less. Another thing I've done is I've attached a piece of painter's tape to the back of this so that I have a nice handle, because I'm going to be sanding this on a glass plate and I want to be able to make it nice and flat. It can be tricky to hold the metal and sand it like this, so the tape provides a nice handle. So I'm just going to go around like this until I have a nice smooth surface on this metal. This looks quite good to me now, nice and smooth. So what we're going to do now is rinse this with very hot water. You can use hot tap water if you have very hot tap water, but I recommend using boiled water to pour on this until the water sheets off. So you're going to hold it with a pair of tweezers, pour the water over the surface until it sheets off, and then you can use a paper towel to sort of blot the edge until everything, the entire surface, is dry. Then it's very important that you don't get your fingerprints on here, because that will actually prohibit the press and peel from sticking to your metal. So we have our press and peel here. I'm just going to cut out, and you want to also be careful about not touching the black surface of this, or actually any of the surface, because I can use this big sheet of paper again. And this prints on a laser jet printer. You want to use the manual feed for it. So I'm just going to cut this out, and I've actually cut out another one not too long ago that I think I'm actually going to use, but I'll just show you how I would cut this out very gently. And then when it falls off, hopefully it doesn't fall face down like it just did there, but when it falls off, you want to be really careful not to touch the surface. And I'm just going to put that there for a minute and show you the one that I'm actually going to do, which is this. Everyone who knows me knows I love snakes. So I just did like a little snaky thing here that I drew on my iPad, and I'm going to apply that so that I get 2 pieces out of this onto my metal, and that's going to be what I show you next. This is where things can get a little dangerous. We're going to be using a burnishing tool and a very hot iron. So I'm going to record myself doing that on time lapse. I've taped a piece of tape to a piece of paper, and my metal has been taped to the paper, and I'm going to put this on the face of the iron and then put my press and peel paper on top, and then I'm going to use the burnishing tool to burnish it. And you want a fairly hot iron for this. I've got mine on the I need to have it on the cotton setting. I don't know if you saw when I was applying this that as I was rubbing with this burnishing tool, the color kind of got a little bit darker. So that's how you can tell if there's a good application. I also tried to go over in a few different directions. So now I'm going to peel this off. I regret that I didn't get all the way to the edge of my piece, but that's okay. And look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful transfer. I'm really happy with that. And next I'll be showing you how to set this up to go into the acid solution.